Hello again, I'm Matthew from thewetpen.com, and in another video that I posted today, I showed you this big Lotus shikar with a number 9 nib, but now I want to show you a tiny Lotus pen. This is the Lotus Marvel. Last November, when I ordered some of my other Lotus pens, Arun Singhi of Lotus Pens enclosed this pen for me as a gift. I like to think that it's because it was my birthday, but of course he probably didn't know that. I was busy making my Colorverse color vent calendar at the time, so I set this pen aside to review later, and now is later. The first thing that you'll notice about this pen is that it's quite small. It actually fits inside of my closed hand, but after that, what you'll notice is how beautiful the resin is in the body of this pen. This Marvel has a fine, smooth matte finish, and this resin is gorgeous with a pearl's luster and depth. It's mostly swirling shades of green with some pink and purple, and darker areas that are almost black. The pen's cap is matte black with a flat top, and the clip is gold-toned. It's a short clip that I haven't seen on an Indian fountain pen before, with the Lotus logo at the top and a roller at the end. Below the clip is a wide two-toned cap band, and at the top of the clip there's a narrow gold-toned band. The cap comes off in just over 1.5 turns, and unlike a lot of small pens, here you can see that this one has a full-sized number 6 nib. The grip section is the same matte black acrylic as the cap, 18 millimeters long, and it tapers evenly from the threads down to a lip at the end. The nib is a gold-plated Yovo, this time with a Lotus logo laser etched into it, and you can see the typical Yovo plastic feed on the other side. Luckily, the cap on this pen does post deeply and securely. It would be almost impossible for me to use otherwise. Posted, it's perfectly usable and surprisingly comfortable. Removing the grip section here, you can see that inside, the nib housing will accept a cartridge. And it could also probably be eyedroppered, although I haven't tried it. When it's capped, this pen is 9 centimeters long, about 3.5 inches, so it's shorter than a lot of other pocket pens that I own. This one, I think, is a Hongdian. But it's not my smallest pen, or even my smallest Indian pen. That record goes to this little pen from Gamma, the Gamma Mini, which, in addition to being tiny, has a tiny little number 2 nib inside. But it does actually write. It's an eyedropper-only pen. Cartridges, of course, would not fit inside. I wonder if the short converter from this other little pen would fit into the Marvel. That's pretty long, probably not. No, that's a bit too long, and of course, long cartridges are out of the question. I don't have much in the way of short cartridges. These are just random ones that have been thrown in for free when I buy Chinese pens, so let's see if these work. I'll try this blue one. Yeah, seems to work, although a standard international would fit better than this Chinese size. But the body and grip screw back together with no trouble, and it writes just fine. In fact, the ink feels pretty good. And I'll leave it at that for this little pen. My deepest thanks to RNG for sending me this pen. I think it's an absolutely wonderful little work of art. Maybe I'll get one of those new folding Kaweco converters and see if that fits. And that's it! Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this sort of thing, and don't forget about that like button down there. Take care everyone, and I'll be back soon with another video about fountain pens and ink. I'll see you next time.